And we are back on PJ Sports Talk, and it's time for NFL picks. And to start us off, we have the Chiefs at Lions, Sunday, September 18th. I'm going with the Lions because Matthew Stafford, they're doing really well. And as long as Matthew Stafford doesn't get hurt, the Lions will do great. And so I'm going with the Lions with this one. Chiefs, I know that they have potential, but I just don't think that they have enough potential to beat the Lions. And Seahawks at Steelers, I'm going with the Steelers because Steelers, they face a really tough team, and that's why I think they lost. They faced the Ravens, and the Ravens have a great defense. Joe Flacco got some new weapons, and I think they just faced a tough team. That's why they lost. But they're facing the Seahawks this one, and I'm going with the Steelers. Raiders at Bills, I'm going with the Bills because the Bills, of course, they won last week. The Raiders won last week, but the Raiders faced the Broncos, and the Broncos were fairly matched. But still, the Bills beat their team, the team that they were facing, and they just plain beat them per energy, per hard work. I think the Bills are going to take that one. Packers at Panthers, I'm going with the Packers. Panthers, they have Cam Newton and all, but Cam Newton, I guess Cam is going to be filming the Packers beating them. And as you can tell now, I picked the Packers. And by the way, the reason why I said I think Cam is going to be filming them, if anybody didn't get that joke, camera, you know. And Ravens at Titans, I'm going with the Ravens because I referred to my last statement about Ravens got some new weapons. They have a great defense, and they're facing the Steelers, and they beat a really good team. And the Browns at Colts, I'm going with the Browns because Colts, they just don't have Peyton Manning. That's the big deal here. They still have Reggie Wayne. They still have, Dallas Clark. I'm not so sure about Dallas Clark, but they have Kerry Collins. That's the big difference there. If you were to take Peyton Manning and Kerry Collins and verse each other in a throwing match, Peyton Manning would win. Not only is Peyton Manning a great thrower, but he has great leadership. And Buccaneers at Vikings, I'm going with the Bucs because Bucs have Josh Freeman. He started his own little training camp, and the Bucs are facing the Vikings. Vikings haven't been on that real big list. Neither have the Bucs, but the Bucs still have potential. They almost made it to the playoffs last year, but Giants and Packers beat their team, so they couldn't go on. But the Packers did go on to win the Super Bowl. I'm happy about that. So for the Buccaneers at Vikings, I'm going with the Bucs. Cardinals at Redskins, I'm going with the Redskins. The Redskins beat Giants last time, and they're going to do really well. They have Rex Grossman, and Cardinals, they have Kevin Cobb and Larry Fitzgerald. Come on, man. And it's Bears at Saints. I'm going with the Bears. I think Brian Walker will have his best game of the season, maybe his whole entire career, because his mom died, and I think he's doing it for his mom. And Jaguars at Jets. I'm going with the Jets because Mark Sanchez is a great leader. He has new weapons: Antonio Holmes, Derek Mason, all those old guys. And Cowboys at 49ers. I'm going with the Cowboys. Tony Romo. The thing that I don't like about Tony Romo is that he blames everybody else but himself. Sometimes he just has to look in the mirror, but I'm still taking the Cowboys on this one. And Chargers at Patriots. I'm going with the Patriots. Tom Brady, great. That's all I can explain. Patriots are a good team. Even their backups are good on their first preseason game. And Bengals at Broncos. I'm going with the Bengals. They have they're facing the Broncos, and the Broncos, I think it's going to be a good match, but the Bengals, I think, are going to take this one because the Bengals, I'm going to upset because Bengals, they're just out of the radar, and nobody really noticed them. Just like the Bills, they faced their team last week, and they just did a blowout. And Texans at Dolphins, I'm going with the Dolphins. Reggie Bush, great. And I think Dolphins are going to have a good game that game. Eagles at Falcons, I'm going with the Eagles. The Eagles are the dream team. Falcons, they didn't do as well last game. And Rams at Giants, I'm going with the Rams for the upset. I think the Rams have the potential to beat them. Sam Bradford, he's real good. And you are listening to the Tan Talk Radio Network. It is PJ Sports Talk. And next we will have the birthday boy Diego on the show. And then I'll have my friend Tyler on the show to do the WWE segment. We're going to be talking John Cena, Alberto Del Rio, all that good stuff. And we are live from Airheads. And we will see you in a couple of minutes here after these messages. And hopefully you guys like the show so far. And those are my PJ Sports Talks picks.